I be your superhero?
Okay, so I finally finished the first part of the Master Grade 1100 Sword Launcher Strike Gundam. As you guys can see here, this is going to be my first part of the review. And I've actually brought out a couple of friends here. My FG Strike Gundam, one of my first Gundam kits. The older style High Grade 1144 AL Strike Gundam, and right behind is the Strike Rouge. Okay, so this is actually a really great kit to build, and I mean it. Now, I've noticed some similarities between the high grade and the master grade. The old version, this one here, and that's one of the reasons why I brought it out. Now, this master grade AL Strike here is, scratch that, Strike Gundam is actually the first master grade. We actually have a remastered version, which I'm going to do a comparison after I complete building the remastered version. Okay, so as you guys can see here, it actually comes with a stand of its own. It is actually very basic. A few things that kind of just a little bit kind of puts me off is the stickers. Yeah. Well, it's the old version, so it's expected. Okay, as you guys can see, this is actually a really nice kit to build. Now, for the shield here, it actually comes with multiple pieces compared to the high grade version here. And the pieces are the yellow pieces. You actually have to attach it yourself. So it's this part here. It's very stable. No parts are loose. Very well built. And as you guys can see, the attachment is behind the waist, near the rear end. And it actually have an attachment here. So if you guys are planning on doing customization, hint hint, nudge nudge, there you go. Now, excuse me. So far the sticker actually is working out perfectly. Really good detail design. I actually put a little bit of panel line here to bring out the Strike Gundam's faceplate. Oops. Okay, let's go to the disadvantage here. As you guys can see, the rifle is loose. Okay, let's take this off here for a second. It actually doesn't come with an special slot here, so you'll actually have to customize it yourself. Or you can use a master grade hands that you may be able to purchase a third-party version. I'm not sure if there is a Bandai brand, but there's no slot in the hands here. It just opens and closes, and the only one. And for the shield here, there's a slot just behind the forearm that you can attach the shield. Very stable, steady. Even with the hand issue, it's not loose. As you guys can see, I'm shaking it right now. Okay, I'll keep on building, finishing up the remaining parts here. I can't wait to try out the what do you call that, launcher and sword strike. Actually, I might build sword strike first. I get a little treat for you guys. Okay, be right back. Okay, so launcher pack is complete. I actually enjoyed building this. I still got one more to go, the sword strike pack. But before I start building that, let's have a quick review of the launcher pack here. Okay, so this is actually very simple to install, and it was actually a very fast build. And as you guys can see, I've actually added a sticker to put a little bit of detail before I start doing on the project here. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the shoulder attachment here. Should be very easy, very simple. Now, I'm gonna show you guys something here. This part here can be lifted up, but there's a slot here that you can actually let's go closer. Okay, that you can actually attach the main part here. If you guys can see that latch there, that latch goes into that part. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys how easy it is to install this. Okay, let's start. Okay, there you go. That's it. That's the first part is complete. Now the second and third part shall be very simple. Now you guys notice that there's a slot here, or as you guys can see on the left side here, and this part should go into that part, this to properly secure. Ugh. Okay, let's go ahead, shall we? It should fit properly. If you do not do that, the shoulder piece will not be properly secure. Okay. Okay, the next part here, very simple. Okay, there you go. Yeah, just 3 steps actually. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now time for the pack itself. This is actually one huge part here. You actually got nothing to worry about. But first things first, get to show you this. So this is the back part. This is for the right handle here. This right handle. This is the left handle. Okay. It's actually a huge pack here. Really nice. Okay, let's go ahead and install this bad boy. Okay, there's actually a slot over here, just above the boosters, and the slot here should go into that. Okay, let's go ahead. Yeah, there you go. Easy fit. And you get the launcher. Strike Gundam. Okay, weapon system, Gatling or CIWS, rocket, and practically a beam cannon. Okay, so this will take me a little longer, so I'm just gonna show you guys a couple pictures after this, but this is how it's supposed to go. You guys can see the mobility, but sadly positioning it will take a lot of time. Okay, so there you have it. Oh yeah, lastly, oh, a part got loose here. Something very simple. Okay, a special mention from one of the members in one of the group, Gundam Mecha Society, by the name of Raul. He asked me a question. Let's see here. This is from Raul Mescalado Manzano. Okay, he was asking me this question. Does the shoulder pack wing ever get loose? Okay, well, let's see. You can see here. It doesn't look like it's loose. I hope this is the one that you're asking. And I'm actually shaking this. No parts are actually falling off here. And there you go. Wow. Okay, there you have it. Took me a little longer than I expected. Okay, now time to start working on the Sword Strike pack. Okay, so it is finally complete, the Sword Strike pack, but before I go that, I got to show you guys a few things that the Strike Gundam have without all the packs here. Okay, so if you're well versed in the series, you'd know right away what I'm talking about. If not, well, aside from without having any packs here, the Strike Gundam here actually got 2 weapons that are available aside from the head Gatling here, or what do you call that, CIWS. Okay, so in the animated series, my understanding is the weapon's supposed to come out from here, but for this version here, the weapon actually comes out here on the side. Okay, that's the gimmick that I'm talking about. I'm not too sure if I showed it on the first part of the video, but I get to show you guys this now, or a second time at least. Okay, so all you have to do is, there's a slot here, you pull it out, and there you go. There's the weapon there, already out. And this is actually not bad, and voila, you actually got the weapon. And there you have it. And the same goes for here. Same concept. Not bad. I actually like this gimmick here. All you have to do is close it up. And they're safely secure. As long as you put it in place properly. And I failed to... Great. Okay, let's do that again, shall we? So you guys can see there is a slot, an open space here that can get in the way. But overall, once you put it in place, you can actually see it. Okay. Okay, now let's get back to the Sword Striker pack. Okay, so let's start with the installation here. It's actually very, very simple. It's the same process as the launcher pack, and this time rather than the right shoulder, it's gonna go to the left shoulder here. And easy installation, that's it. But before I start with shoulder mount here, let's focus on the easiest part, which is the back mount. All you have to do is just slide it in, and that's it. And before I put on the sword here, let's start installing this baby here. Now I actually found this very, very simple. There's only 3 pieces here, the same as the launcher pack. One up front and one at the back and one on top. Okay, so it's a very simple installation. I found it very easy if I actually attach the back part here right away and slide it in. Make sure it clicks properly. Okay. There you go. The next part is this one here. And it's actually very solid. See? It's not even falling off. Okay. For the next part will be the forearm mount. Now there's actually an issue here that I actually noticed is this part here. It may become loose, so be very careful when you're installing it. My advice is focus on the main part. Oops. Okay, there's a slot here at the forearm behind it. There you go. Now the way it's supposed to look is this way. Okay, and there you go. And this one here is actually, there's two other parts here that you're gonna need if you're gonna be posing it. And I'll actually show this to you guys momentarily. This is the part here, a small piece, do not lose it. I'll show you guys at the end of this video a few DIYs that to keep my parts to make sure that I don't lose them. And this piece of wire here, do not lose this part here, it's very important. Okay, now actually I made a mistake. It's actually 4 parts. I forgot the beam boomerang here. Okay, and all you have to do is install that, and there you go. And it's not over. Can't believe I kept on making mistakes here. Okay, and here's the next one. The last part is the sword itself. Okay, there's actually a slot here. All you have to do is pull that up, slide it in, be very careful. It's not solid, it's bendy. And when it's bendy, it can break. And there you go. Okay, actually enjoyed this. Okay, now let's do the shake test here, shall we? And find out if there's any pieces that's gonna fall off. Okay. Nothing fell off. That's actually really good. Okay, now let's start with the weapon system here. It's actually very, very simple. Now, for the basic strike that it already have is the 2 Eagle Stelling 75mm multi-barrel CIWS, which is on the earlobes. We get the 2 Armor Schneider combat knife, which is on at each of the side skirt. We get the Schwarzgewehr 15.78 meter anti-ship sword, which is right over here. And we get the Panzer Eisen rocket anchor, which is right over here on the left forearm. And last but not the least is the Midas Messer beam, which is the boomerang here. It can be used as a close range weapon also. Okay, now let's show you guys how each weapon works. Now we'll start off with the Midas Messer beam here. Wait, which is very simple. All you have to do is pull this baby out and place this baby here. I think this is the one. Yep, this is the one. I might have actually put it at the wrong spot. No, I actually did it right. And all you have to do is just there you go. So like I mentioned, this can be used this is practically like a dagger also. Okay, let's put this aside here. Now the next part here is the Panzer Eisen rocket, the anchor. Okay, so you have to make sure you don't lose this piece of wire. Please do not lose it. This is actually very simple. And here's the weapon. Supposed to have a beam here. Not too sure. Okay, very easy. And the last part here. Now this is gonna be the annoying part. Sometimes it's hard to install. And sometimes it's not. Oops. Yeah, not bad at all. Okay, let's take this out. And the last part is actually the best part of them all, is the anti-ship sword, which is the Schwartz Gower. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Please leave it in the comment section below if I pronounce it right or wrong, because I'm planning on going to Germany soon. Okay, let's take this part off. Okay, this is actually a really long sword here. I've actually added some panel line to bring it more, to give it more detail. Okay, now let's install the main beam part here. Okay, you got to bend it a little bit. There you go. And the last part is, there you go. It actually does look nice. And just get it held. Oops. There you go. It's actually really nice. I actually had a blast showing you guys this. Okay, now let's get on to the next part here, shall we? Okay, so there you have it. The launcher, Sword Strike, Master Grade 1100. Took me a little bit longer than I expected to build because I was actually taking my time, but I really enjoyed every second of it. I actually purchased the Strike Gundam last year, and it took me a long time before I actually started building this. Now we do have a few things here. We do have the decals that you get a choice to install it. For me, I'm not installing it as of yet because I actually do have a couple of ideas that may improve the look of the Strike Gundam here. And the stickers is actually very minimal. I'm actually kind of surprised. Okay, so the launcher Sword Strike Gundam, this is actually an old master grade, but very easy to build. My next target is the Ale Strike Gundam remastered version. It's supposed to have more details than the original. Now I'm going to show you guys, before I end this video, the launcher strike. As you can see, this is actually one pack that you can install right away. The next part is this here, the shoulder. Not bad. And just give me a second here. And the Sword Strike pack here, which is still installed to Strike Gundam. And the addition is the beam rifle and Strike Gundam shield. Okay, so overall, really good experience building this. There's a lot of noobs, but very easy to remove. If you guys got any suggestions, improvements for this channel, do not hesitate to leave it in the comment section below. And as promised, here's a little treat near the end of this video. Trust me, you guys will like it. Something that I've been wanting to do for quite a long time, and I finally did it. Okay, so this is Brian C, aka Traveling Pinoy, signing out for this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm a bad singer. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Have a good day, good night, afternoon, wherever you are. See you guys.
Can I be your superhero?